Hello and welcome to Gingerman. I am here in the beautiful sunny Scottish Highlands. Specifically, I'm in Nethybridge. I'm here in a cottage with my mum and Davy. So this is going to be fun. This place is beautiful. Wait till you see it. So, Nethybridge, show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a can is here to make your day. Gingerman with a can, would like to hear you say today.
We could not have picked a better week for weather. So we arrived here yesterday. We have a beautiful cottage, I'll show you all around it, in the stunning village of Nethybridge in the Scottish Highlands. I am in my element right now and it's to be like this all week. So hopefully this is the beginning of a bunch of amazing episodes up here in the Scottish Highlands. No pavements though. Oh aye, it's the guardian in Nethybridge. Frank the horse. Alright Frank. You are beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful here. Just walking along. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's just, I can't explain it. The words, I'm tingling with excitement is what I'm trying to tell you. Is that a pony? Is this a pony or a horse? Looks like a pony. It's tiny. Hey, a pony. Can I pet you? He's dripping. Hey, pal. You a pony? Don't eat me. Oh, you're nice. Yes. Oh, look at this guy. But today is all about the stunning village in Nethybridge. Wait till you see this place if you've never been here before. I know nothing about Nethybridge. I've done no prior research because I like to find out in the moment of the video filming. I think it's all part of the experience for me, is learning as I go. One thing I have seen though, when I went to the shop last night, because there's one wee shop here, is there's a whole bit about Thomas Telford, and there's Telford Bridges right here in Nethybridge. The famous, the iconic Thomas Telford. So that's pretty cool. That's a good starting point, I'd say. This is actually on the Speyside Way, and I remember reading about that. I think it's from Aviemore to Inverness, and it comes right through the stunning Nethybridge here. I'm walking right on the Speyside Way. It's definitely a future walk that I'm going to do. It keeps popping up now. But just look at this bit. You got a pond, you got the Birchwood here, and then that continues through that way on the Speyside. And here we are. We're coming into the main central location here in Nethybridge. Just walking on the road though. There's some pavements at this bit, not many. This is the local friendly Premier shop. This is a very, very handy shop, and it's open from 7 till 8 PM, so great hours, really good hours. You know, there's some places in busy towns in the central belt that didn't put those hours in, so good effort to the Nethybridge Premier. So, whilst I was in the shop there getting a wee refreshment, the sun's gone behind a cloud, so I thought, I'm going to get the drone up now. So I've come back to the edge of the Birchwood to fly the drone up and see what's around, and then once I've got the drone down I'll take you back to my cottage, and then I'll get breakfast, get Angus for a walk. Oh, it's all happening today. There's loads of stuff to see. We'll learn about Thomas Telford and his bridge and all the things around here in this area known as Nethybridge. I keep seeing the word Abernethy as well, so I don't know what the connection is between Abernethy and Nethybridge. I know there's an Abernethy in Fife, but it's nothing to do with there. Righto, so I've flown the drone, I'm back at the Premier, so here's the shop, and I'll show you how close it is to War Cottage. That's it here. This is Gingerman HQ. Look at our next door neighbour, it's the Nethybridge Community and Visitor Centre. I've never been next door neighbours with a community centre. You know me, I love a community centre, so I'm all about it. Anyway, welcome home. This is the lorry in. Oh, I also say they've hired a car for us from Enterprise in Dunfermline. Nice guy there. Sorted the car out for me. It was really swift and quick because our car is broken again, so we've hired one for this adventure. Anyway, welcome to Lorien. Hello Angus, Spencer. Hello. So this is the inside of the cottage. This is my bedroom. I've decided to go for the single bed. I don't mind the single bed. It was really warm in here last night though. The duvets are really thick. So, it's really Really nice, really spacious. Look at our back garden. I should open these curtains, eh? I'm promising them a riverside walk all morning. We go walkies? Yeah, man. Look at this. Riverside trail right outside on my doorstep. Explore Abernethy, Nethybridge. So I think this is the Abernethy area. There we go, we've got some interesting information. Angus, you wait there whilst I read this. The village of Nethybridge lies on the edge of the ancient Caledonian pinewood of Abernethy. The pinewood is one of 8 national nature reserves in the Cairngorms National Park and is home to a range of rare and endangered wildlife. I'm looking for that rare wildlife. I'll read this on the way back. Angus is anxious to go. This way, off the road. Look at the other side of the river, it's just a bunch of houses. Their back gardens go on to the Spey. I mean, how incredible is that? Look at their back garden. Come on, Angus. This is why I don't bring Angus out often, because he gets stubborn, and look, he's just stopped. He's like, I don't know if I want to keep going along here. I want to go somewhere else. Look, he'll start looking back the way. I just got to prevail with him, haven't I? The thing with Angus is, if he's out on a trail and it's peaceful and quiet, he's not interested. He's happy with a few sniffs, but for Angus to be happy, he needs to see people. He wants to jump up at people, he wants to try and get treats off them, he wants petted, he wants to be told how nice his eyes are. He just loves all of the attention. I'm going to liberate you. I'm going to liberate you whilst I have a seat on this bench and thank my patrons. You're liberated. Whilst Angus enjoys his liberation off the lead, I want to thank my patron legends who without I would not be here in Nethybridge filming in this glorious week of sunshine in this beautiful part of the Scottish Highlands. Thank you guys, your names are coming down now. I also want to do a shout out to Jamie Tate for getting me a coffee via PayPal. You are a legend, yous are all legends, and I love yous long time. Peace. Look at him, chilling in the shade. He's zooming. He's got the zoomers. He's having the best time. Look at him. He loves Nethybridge. You been a good boy? Lead time. Oh yes, let's go. Oh, he's had the time of his life. Now he's desperate to get back. So I've just dropped the dog off, and I noticed the visitor centre's open, so I'm going to check that out. But when I was along walking the dog, I really was wanting to go for a wee wander into the woods. I noticed on the drone, they're massive. Like, you could probably walk into these woods and absolutely get lost. But that's fine. I'm not going to get lost. Guess the tennis is free. You just put money in an honesty box. Brilliant. I love the Highlands. This is the Dwack side. Join the Dwack side, look. Look at this. Glorious. The Birchwood. This is a sign you got to get right down for. This area of woodland was noted on Thomas Telford's map on 1809 as the Birchwood. In the late 20th century this was planted with spruce and was known as Culvardy Plantation. Birchwood's nicer than Culvardy Plantation. In 2013 the Scottish Government via Cairngorms National Park Authority granted funds so that the spruce could be thinned and all ability paths created. The success of this project was achieved by the local community working together, especially Nethybridge Community Centre. Shout out to my neighbours. Did you know after the Ice Age, 8 to 10,000 years ago, birch trees were the first to colonise the Cairngorms? There you go, the OGs of the Cairngorms. This place is, I can't explain it, it's magical, it's powerful, it's grand. I'm going to take the circular. What a joy it must be living in Nethybridge. Did you see how happy Angus looked? That's how happy dogs are living in places like this. So the Birchwood circular is just a short loop through the Birchwood. Just a 10 minutes at a gentle pace. And there it is, it's the Dwack Burn. So what we got here, Nethybridge, population 680 people, but I'm sure it's more with all the little holiday cottages, etc. Anyway, often affectionately referred to as simply as Nethy, I might just call it Nethy. The village has since Victorian times been a tourist destination, noted for its quiet and secluded location at the edge of the Abernethy forest. So it's the Abernethy forest. It is in the heart of Strathspey in the Highlands of Scotland, between Aviemore and Grantown, and is within the boundary of the Cairngorms. A primary industry of Nethybridge was forestry, with at one time several sawmills in the area, but this has long since subsided, and now much of the income is derived from tourism. That's people like me. The name is derived from the River Nethy, a tributary of the nearby Spey, which runs through the village, and the arch bridge, which was built in 1810 to a classic Telford design and is in the heart of the village. It had to be repaired after the Moray flood of August 1829 when part of it was washed away. There you go. I'll carry on that later, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, you know instantly these places that were once, you know, built out of their natural resources, their use to the industrial times, and here it was wood, plentiful of wood from the Abernethy forest. But now, I guess that industry has changed, and thus Nethybridge is primarily a tourist spot, or you know, a retirement place, or somewhere, you know, outside of a major town. You know, I think the biggest city near here is Inverness, about 40 minutes up the road, so you're not too far away. Just reading a wee fact here, right? Listen to this. Coal tits are the smallest of the European tits, distinguishable by a buff breast and large white patch on the nape. There's a coal tit there. Last night, when I was coming back to the cottage from the shop, I seen a tiny little coal tit on the wing mirror of my car, and I was like, what is that tiny beautiful bird? It was definitely a coal tit. So listen, I've seen a coal tit, 100% that was a coal tit. I'm well happy. I came up here not expecting to see any tits, but it turns out I've seen a coal tit. Explore Abernethy Visitor Centre. I hope it's open. It's bloody well open too. Oh wow. Look at this. I'm a bit overwhelmed with information. I've just been wandering around all morning, and there's this like room here of all the information of this area I need. It's like perfect. Look, there's even a map on the floor. There's the Abernethy forest. Just been walking on the edge of. There's Jimmy MacLeod. Worked as a forester for 40 years and was head forester for 16 of them. The last head forester to work for the Seafield estate in Abernethy. As a schoolboy watching the foresters walk down the road with their cross-cut saws, you couldn't wait to become one of them. And there he's there. Nethybridge through the ages. Castle Roy built as a stronghold for the Commune family. Look at this. The Telford design bridge, we'll see that outside quite soon. The railway arrives with Broomall Station. We've not spoken about the railway yet. There's the World War period. And then in 2003 becoming part of the Cairngorms National Park. timber floating was not always seen as a good thing. Landowners along the Spey were concerned about the effect on salmon fishing. I could imagine it would be a nightmare. In 1781, a dispute between the Duke of Gordon and the Laird of Grant resulted in a decision that timber floating could go ahead, but not between the 15th of May and the 26th of August. That's my birthday. This legal case was quoted 200 years later when Clive Freshwater, what a name, perfect, of the Loch-Inch Sailing School fought for the right to take canoes on the Spey. He won his case on the grounds that the public had a right to navigate the Spey because it had been used for many years by timber floaters. Mic drop. Little trace remains of the floating dams, but it's still just possible to make out the lines of the former sluice at the big dam near Rinneton. Other dams were the Duick Dam, southeast of the Torhill, the Garachurt Dam by Riverside, the Cromulette Dam, and that's enough of my Gaelic pronunciations. Look at that. That's a log hook. This was used for moving logs around. Willie, pass us the log hook, pal. There you go. There's so much to learn here. The resources that came from the timber, the type of timber, the Abernethy pine, and what it was like as life as a timber floater. It'd have been alright living up here. And then all the things you can see and do. There's Munros to be had, bagged, plenty of tits to be seen. What's it? 1st April 2025. Me using Wikipedia. You're filming this, a stunning hub of information. Save me using Wikipedia, thank you. Check me out on YouTube. Do you know what's even better? Is the toilets here as well, and they're really clean if you need a jobby. Don't feel threatened, don't feel alarmed if your guts are gurgling in Nethybridge. There's clean toilets here, and a community ranger's office. He's not always around, but if you need anything, just you can call him. He's left his number on the door. That's how beautiful it is round here. This is a 10 out of 10 visitor centre. Thank you so much, guys. And it's my next door neighbour, so I can nip back to my cottage now. Because we need to nip into Aviemore, grab some shops. We're only 15 minutes out of Aviemore. And then when I come back, I think I'll show you the Telford Bridge and the rest of this stunning little place. So here we go. Look at this. This is my back garden. Nice wee sunny wee bit. Dogs can run in and out. You're allowed dogs. There's Spencer, he's having a great time. Look at this. Free wood for the log burner. Everywhere I've gone, they always charge about a tenner for a bag. It's free. Look at this big, beautiful garden for the dogs. They love it. There's our wee cosy fireplace.
Right through to the great white shark. And it all comes down to this final question.
Shopping done. So I've come back out now after my wee jaunt into Aviemore to go to the shops. We had to collect something from Boots, but we're back in Nethybridge, and I'm at the Thomas Telford Bridge here. And there's a whole bit about Thomas Telford and his bridges. This three-arched bridge, designed by Thomas Telford, was not the first to span the Nethy. A single-span bridge has been built about 100 yards upriver opposite Culvardy in the 1770s, but was washed away in the floods. Oh, I read about that earlier. It says here, Telford designed the 2,779 yard section of road from the old church on the Grandtown Road to Monduhay on the Boat of Garton Road, incorporating the single arch bridges across the Altmore and Blackburns, plus a culvert which is now part of the Abernethy golf course. Whoosh! And the total cost of the project was £1,385, 10 shillings and 1/2 penny, of which £166, 7 shillings and 6 pence was raised by subscription in the three parishes of Abernethy, Inverallen and Duhill, or Duthill. In the years that followed, shops tended to cluster around the main bridge. while the railway line was brought to just below it and the hotel was constructed nearby, making Telford's creation the focal point of the village as we know it today. And there it's right there. Thomas Telford. He went on to design roads, bridges, canals, dockyards and churches all over Britain and abroad. It's a local bus stop. Look at this. If you live here, you can join the community response firefighter team. You just got to be 18 or above. You can move to Nethybridge and be a part-time fireman. Happy days. And I noticed this earlier as well. This seat, of which the large stone was the doorstep of Drill Hall, which stood on this site, was a gift to the people of Nethybridge from Badenoch and Strathspey Council on its demise in April 1996. They built a bench on a stone in proud memory of every man of Nethybridge and district who trod on this threshold step of the village hall when he enlisted in the forces. Well, it's like a slab step for the war heroes of World War I. The focal point. There's a big hotel up here as well. There's a man jogging. There's the Nethy house, cafe and rooms. It's getting a bit gusty. I noticed actually on one of the signs when I was driving back in from Aviemore earlier, this is known as the Forest Village, which is it's a beautiful name, the Forest Village. I couldn't think of a better name for it. Oh aye. I'm more of a cottage man than a hotel. So this is Mill Lane. When I was walking Angus at the other side of the river walk, these were the houses that went onto the back of the river, so I'm assuming at some point, it's breezy, there would have been mills along here. I don't know what they were making, but there was mills for sure. Bench per square metre in Nethybridge is brilliant. Just walking along this road, taking it all in. Oh, the cottages are amazing. This one's just full of silver birches in their garden, tree swing in the garden. This one's got a tree swing in the garden. Every other one's got a tree swing in the garden. I've been walking along this road for ages. I'm not complaining. I found the local post box. But I was hoping there was going to be a way over the river around here somewhere. Maybe have a wee peek down this. Well, look what I found. I found this little stepping fence over to the walk by the riverside on the opposite side. So I'm wondering if I can walk right along it instead of going by the houses. Actually, I can't go right along it because some of the gardens go right onto the river. Anyway, this is a nice wee spot. Look at this. If only I could get over there. That looks like where I need to be. There's no way across. Not a chance. Not without getting my feet wet. And there's no bridge in the near vicinity. Well, would you look at that? When I need a bridge the most in Nethybridge, there's no one in sight. You know something? for there only being 680 people here. It covers some amount of distance, Nethybridge. And I was flying the drone there, I was like, oh, it goes on for ages along there. But I guess they're big pieces of land each house, so it's not like this street in the central belt. You'd have about 1,000 people living along here. And let me tell you, I'm not going to tell you what the next 2 episodes are. That would spoil the surprise for episode 320 and 321. However, the weather is to be like this all week, so I can confirm that the next 2 episodes we're going to be blessed with sunshine. Lots of it. I'm hungry. I'm going to go back to the cottage, stick a pizza on and pour myself a glass of wine before I end this extra special episode here in Nethybridge. I'm back on the Telford Bridge. No pavements. Doesn't it work? I've already pressed the button, but I'll press it again just to double check. Yeah, I can confirm it doesn't work. Anyway, I'm going over to this cottage here for my pizza and my glass of wine. Righto, I just got the pizza to go in the oven now and some wedges in there. Cheers to Nethybridge. What do you think of the apron? Does it suit me? Angus, do you like the apron? I've come out to the famous Telford Nethybridge with its 3 arches and its no pavements. The fire's burning, the cottage is lovely and warm. I just got the dogs to walk, but I thought I'd come out here and end my day at this iconic bridge. What an incredible day I've had here in Nethybridge. This is one of the most idyllic, heavenly places I have ever visited. And this is just the start of my adventures here up in this area for the next few days. The sun is shining. As I said earlier, I won't spoil what the next few episodes are, but Nethybridge, you have been amazing. Thanks for having me. I will definitely be back to the forest village. Peace.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Say goodnight to the Gingerman. One last ice cream for the bearded man. Pistachio